anyway, we are going to catch up on a few things. I don't know, just kind of chit chat, answer a lot of your Q&A. So I'm going to try and see if I can get any questions from you guys. And then we're going to go live here with Lisa and I.
We're here.
Oh, there you go.
Woohoo. Hi there. We're live.
Hi. How are y'all? How are you doing?
I can't believe it. We're already back here for another adventure.
I know. Isn't that kind of crazy?
Yeah.
Well, you're kind of in an adventure already because you're in Cabo.
I am. I'm in Mexico, but I'm here.
Yes, you are. So thank you. Isn't that kind of crazy? We can do a live. She's in a different country. I'm here in the Pacific Northwest, and you all are everywhere. So, I mean, talk about crazy.
I know. I just saw Eugene, Oregon, and Saskatchewan. Woohoo!
I know. I had to click on my chat here and everything.
Yeah.
I just got back from work. I mean, teaching.
I know. We're going to ask some questions about that in a few minutes. That's awesome. That's awesome.
I only have how many jobs? 1, 2, 3. I think I have 5 more. Excuse me, 5 more job assignments, and then I can.
This summer.
It is like summer break for me. Isn't that kind of funny?
Gosh, it is. Well, let's welcome all of our viewers who watch Facebook, YouTube, and those that listen to the show on their favorite podcast apps that include Spotify, Pandora, Google, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio today. Thank you for all the wonderful questions and comments that you've sent in. We really appreciate the support, and special thanks to our producer, Naveed. We could not do this without him. So, oh my gosh.
I need a producer on my end. I lost my notes. Because Lisa graciously takes the time to, type these up, just, to kind of help us and everything. But it is so true. So thank you all for, just supporting, your following, and we hope we get a lot of people. So you got to share this. Share when we go live, so we can get more people to kind of join in on the conversation and just talk about life. We're keeping this open again this time around, and then sometimes we dive into some subjects, but we like to have fun, Lisa and I.
Yes,
so we're not going to get into all the messiness that's going on in the world.
No, we're keeping this light.
I think we have our own people to kind of join in on those kind of conversations, but we just like to talk about, I don't know, women stuff, girl stuff, family stuff, kids stuff, relational stuff. Guys, you can join in on this too.
Yes.
We definitely love your input. But having everyone from all over the place, it's just really kind of fun.
And we didn't post this, but we have a special guest today. We didn't post that. So
we didn't?
For all of you.
Well, I kind of mentioned it live.
Oh, you did? Okay, because I saw it on one of the posts.
Well,
and it didn't have.
Sorry, not my live, my stories.
Okay. All right. Well, very cool. Well, let's do some shout outs. We have some special shout outs from Little People Big World fans. I have Carrie Johnson from Boston, Massachusetts.
Wait a minute. Do you mean to tell me I still have Little People Big World fans?
Yes, you do.
Woohoo!
They're on hold. They're like all on hold.
That is exciting. Thank you for still being a fan of mine. I appreciate that. Sherry Moss from North Carolina.
All right. Mark Owen from Las Vegas, Nevada.
And good old Shirley Delore from Seattle, Washington.
All right. Welcome. Let's get a few people on the chat here. We have Marlene from Saskatchewan.
Oh, and we got South Philly. We have Illinois. We have
let's see, who else do we have? Longview, Washington, Debbie Sauer from and Lisa Daniela.
Oh, Portland, Maine.
Oh, Portland, Maine. Gresham, Oregon. Carrie, welcome.
Oh yeah, Forest Grove. Wow, thanks, neighbors. Thank you.
Shannon from Texas.
Good old Texas. Michigan here. I love my Michigan. Yeah, I'm feeling for a lot of you guys in the Midwest, like Iowa, Minnesota, Nebraska, probably even Kansas, Oklahoma, and all that stuff.
Karen
You guys
from
are facing
Florida.
some really bad weather. Can I tell
Oh,
you a story here? Lisa, I called my dad about a couple of weeks ago. He's 95, people. Get this. He's 95. He's got a big old Ford truck, I mean, talk about a big old Ford truck. Big old navy blue Ford truck. And he drove all the way out to Iowa to attend a very good friend's daughter's wedding, I believe. Well, I call him thinking, okay, I didn't know he was gone. I'm calling, hey, Dad, just checking up. How are you doing? And oh yeah, I'm in Missouri. I'm like,
what?
Missouri? I'm like, what? What are you doing? And so he told me about attending the thing. He goes, yeah, we were at this wedding and suddenly everyone's phones went off. I'm like, well, what was that about? Well, they all got an alert about the tornadoes.
Oh
And
my
I'm like,
gosh.
yeah, that's what I said. I go, well, are they behind you, ahead of you? Like, Dad, you got to take cover. Like, what are you doing?
Was he hanging
And
out?
so I think, yeah, he was heading out, I believe. I think.
Oh
It's hard
my
to
God.
kind of, understand or whatever. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm driving up to the UP because he stopped by the cabin for a little bit. So I think he made it through after the tornadoes, before the tornadoes. I don't know, but I'm just glad he's okay. So I'm feeling for a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys are going through some tough stuff right now in the
Yes.
Midwest of the United States here. And, especially with
Yes.
the, your house is destroyed. And I mean, I can't imagine,
Can't
so
even imagine.
yeah, feeling for all you guys.
Well, I'm
So,
trying to pop up some people. We can't get to everybody all the time to, say welcome in. So I'm trying to pop up quite a few of these hello from people on the screen while we're talking too. So
we
we're
got
trying to
Rochester.
incorporate this.
Yeah, we have Rochester, Michigan. We have someone from Texas that said, yeah, we know about those tornadoes. And Minnesota, there's Chesapeake, Virginia, Maryland, Port Washington, Wisconsin.
Oh, that's
Oh,
interesting.
that too, huh?
Sydney, Australia, Oxford, Michigan. Do you know where that is?
Oh, I know where that is. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Cincinnati.
Oh, Angelina likes
I
my
love
lobster
someone said, I
picture.
love your lobster something. What they
Picture.
didn't.
My
Oh, is it?
lobster
Oh,
picture.
okay.
Yes,
You know what I was
fell
I
in love
was
with that too.
You know what I was assuming is they
Mm.
thought you had sunburn. You know how people say, "Oh, you look like a lobster."
Oh, that's really nice. Thanks.
Well, no, but I was kind of like, well, I didn't think she looked like a lobster. Why would someone say that? But it's your
I
picture.
will admit, I just got back from the pool.
Oh, boy.
I have
Such
a
a
little
life,
sun
huh,
glow.
people?
Just a little
I'm
sun
substitute
glow.
teaching, and she's down there hanging out in Cabo. But to
Yeah.
put
Oh,
a
hello
note,
from Mexico City.
but to
Just
put a note
across
on
the
that,
water.
Lisa works down there as well. So
Yeah. Yeah. I'm back and forth. We're just having a
yeah.
good time. So
It's what we call pre-retirement adventure.
pre-retirement.
Yeah,
Yes. Ooh,
pre-retirement adventure.
here's someone from Argentina. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
Pino Hills, California. Yeah, British Columbia, Brazil.
Maria, welcome.
Tennessee.
Oh,
Chattanooga, Tennessee. Awesome.
very
Awesome.
cool. Very cool.
Oh,
Well,
Muskegon, Michigan. Know that one.
North Carolina. Well, can you believe it's May 23rd already? How did we get through May? I mean,
In the
Memorial
United States,
Weekend.
we have Memorial Weekend this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend already. It's just crazy to me.
It is. Hey,
Crazy.
Lisa, I wanna let everyone know, just in case they don't know, Memorial Weekend is all about us remembering those that have served in our military, but unfortunately are not with us anymore. And I heard on the radio, we all say, "Oh, goody, we get Monday off, a work day. We don't have to go to work and everything." And I think over the years, a lot of people think of it that way. But I think for those that have lost someone in the military, whether it be yesterday or 30 years ago, it's really about remembrance and the
Yes.
sacrifice, that they made and the choice that they made to be willing to serve, in our military. And we really have to appreciate, especially people choosing that even in today's day. It's very
Yes.
important. So thank you, everyone. Thank you
Yes.
for
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, hey, we're going to make this a light day, Q&A.
Oh, are we?
As we have many questions that came in ahead of time, but we're going to try and get to as many questions here as well with our audience.
Yeah.
And we have a special guest. Do you want to say who that guest is?
But hang on. You know what you say? Oh, this is going to be a light day. But I'm like, who's on the firing squad? Bring it on, people. Bring those questions on. I can handle.
Oh dear, are you serious? You're going to say that? Okay,
Of course.
We'll get through it then.
We have a very good friend, a very good friend between Lisa and I. We have both known her over the years for a lot of years. I'm not sure who knew who first, but we've both kind of known her for
Charity Foundation.
Yeah, definitely through the Charity Foundation, Amy Roloff Charity Foundation. When I had that, and Lisa was my pretty much right-hand person, frankly. I mean, you pretty much ran that first one. Here I am going off to Europe and all this stuff.
You did leave me right at the beginning. That was interesting, but you trusted me, I guess, so it worked out.
But anyway, we have a very good friend, and her name is Debbie Strachey. Everyone tells me a different way, but Debbie, welcome.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hello. You said it right the first time. Strachey.
Because you know what? When I that little voice, when you're in your car and you say, okay, call Debbie Strachey on the phone. Oh, Debbie Strachey?
Yeah.
I'm like, I've never said that.
It doesn't say it correctly every time.
Yeah. And then I think someone else said it differently. And I'm like, oh my gosh, have I been saying her last name wrong for like eons?
All these years?
Yeah. That's so horrible.
Well, and Amy, I actually knew you from when you taught my granddaughters at Mustard Seed.
That's what I thought too.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, our paths kind of briefly crossed. And, then time went on, and Lisa and I met you through the Charity Foundation.
Interesting. So. I did not know that. That's an interesting fact. Well, we wanted to share today. We had a little fun a couple of weeks ago. We went to Top Golf, and we try to get together as often as we can. We're all working busy. And here's just a few little pics. Here's one of us cheering on when we did the Top Golf, which was super fun. We had a little happy hour there.
Debbie smoked us.
No.
Yeah.
Did you smoke us, Lisa?
Yeah. No, she did.
Yeah.
But then we have this shot from Amy. We've got to play that.
No, we got a video here.
We have a video. Sweet shot.
My swing needs so much help.
Oh, no, you were amazing. You were very consistent. Isn't that awesome, you guys, everyone out there? Yes. Golf is your
thing. We played at Top Golf, and I must say it's a fun place. It's a fun place.
We got to do that again. That was so much fun.
Well, Debbie, we can't wait for our friend to come back to the States. So
yeah,
you and I are going to have to go off and do something.
No, you need to come down here. What's the problem? It's got a place to stay.
Not during the summer.
Cheap air for
the summer.
It's amazing.
Yeah, well,
you just long weekend.
What's the temperature, Lisa?
95.
Oh no, can't handle
in the pool.
That.
Does not matter. Does not matter.
I'm getting older. I think 85 and lower is I'm good. I'm good with that.
I love it. I love the sun.
Well,
I just wanted to add, be ready for our giveaway at the end of the show. We have 4 lucky winners who will receive Amy's cookbook, Eat, Love, Gather. That's now being sold on Amazon as well. We're going to have 1 lucky winner from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. So wait for the code at the end. There'll be a code phrase, and you can get the, and there's a QR code right there to scan if you just want to purchase as well. But there we go.
See, it's real. It's real, people. It's real. See?
I love it.
And there's hardcover and paperback. So, yeah. All right.
And I think Amazon does a discount on the paperback more than the hardcover, so it might be a little bit less that way. So yeah.
And Heather Schneider, happy birthday tomorrow. Just wanted to throw that in there.
No, absolutely. Oh,
Okay.
Dublin, Ireland, I miss you guys so much. Richard Downley, respect from across the pond. Oh, Ireland, I want to come back. Anyway, TikTok, if you did not hear that, we're going to do a giveaway. So I'll give you guys the code, or I'll repeat it for you guys.
At the end of the show.
YouTube, yeah, at the end of the show, Facebook and Instagram, or whoever, everyone else will hear it and see it. But I want to make sure you guys do too. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Oh, link in bio on TikTok as well.
Oh, the link for the cookbook is in my bio. So TikTok, you can always order it as well. But the one thing I wanted to say about us three is that we're pretty close in age. We're pretty much in the same kind of stage of life that we're in, and I think that really makes it kind of fun. Deb is still working part-time, but kind of playing around with retirement.
Yes.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I need a couple more years. And
I did retire one time from UPS, 32 years, and now at Columbia Sportswear, I've been there 10 years. So
I know.
Wow, that went by fast.
It went by very fast. But yeah,
And
still.
then Lisa is pre-retirement.
Yep. So working away a little bit here and there, have a team. So, and you too. We're all in that. We're not quite there yet. We haven't pulled the plug.
We haven't graduated yet.
We haven't graduated.
Patience.
Are we ever going to graduate really though? Really? We'll always find something to do. If we're not working like for a company, I'm sure we'll have a fundraiser or an event. Deb
we're going to show up at an event and cause some woohoo.
Yes.
Some woohoo at an event.
Well, Amy and I crashed a party one time at an event. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was a long time ago, didn't
Where
we?
was that?
We were at a fundraising event, and something else was happening like next door, and we crashed a wedding.
I think we crashed a reception. I think we crashed a wedding.
Yeah, the reception. Yeah, the reception.
We had fun. It was next door at the same venue. So
I thought that was kind of fun.
So don't you think a fun name like for the three of us is kind of like the Golden Chicks or the Golden? Maybe we need help from the audience. What would you call
Golden Ladies?
The three of us, the Golden Ladies. I don't know. I think we need some help.
Is that too refined? Is that too refined?
Let's see. I'm looking. You all remind me of
Golden
my uncle.
I feel like I'm on a motorcycle ride.
Well, you are a motorcycle chick.
I know, but are you guys?
Golden Jewels.
Ooh.
What, the three Democrats? I don't think so. Oh, the Cougar Club. No, that's not happening.
I like Golden Jewels. Patsy.
Ooh, Golden Jewels.
Golden Jewels.
Okay, now we have someone that's a little more like together here.
Maybe the Golden Jewels of PDX or something like that.
Yeah, Golden Jewels. Ooh, Golden Jewels. We're gonna have to think on that one.
Golden Beauties. Elsie said Golden Beauties.
Golden Beauties is a good one.
The Goldies. Elsa says
Goldies.
Goldies.
Three Amigas.
Glorious gals. Woohoo.
Three Amigas. I mean, I'm
Three Amigas.
That works.
Yeah.
I know. Golden gals, golden girls, golden gals. Marigold.
The Queenagers. Queenagers.
The Queenagers.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, that's fun.
Golden gems.
That. Yes.
Now, Diamond Dogs would be for the guys. I think the Diamond Dogs would be for the guys.
I think so.
Same with the Three Musketeers.
Spunky Monkeys.
Spunky Monkeys. Golden Lip Scales.
And when we objected.
Someone said the three Democrats. And are you all Republicans? Don't even assume any of it.
Don't assume any political. We're Switzerland here.
Well, we're Switzerland on the live. We definitely all have our own opinions, but this is not what
it's not what it's about.
Chit chats are all about.
No.
Oh wait, I know you put brown sugar in chicken salad. Do I?
Diamond Dolls. Nah,
Mm.
that's
I don't
good.
remember putting brown sugar in chicken salad. Did I do that?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to look at
Okay.
my recipe
Well,
again.
I like some of these names,
So
everyone.
do I.
Thank you so much. Oh, the Diva Chicks.
I like that.
Here is hello from the tri-state of Kentucky, Ohio, and West Virginia. That's interesting. They must meet at a corner. You know, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Ohio, I believe. The trio for life, huh? Golden
Tara
trio.
likes Queen Agers too. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I like
Because
that.
it's like we're not, we're still having fun.
Yeah, don't put me in the in school today, one of their field trips that the kindergartners going to is a nursing home. And I had asked them, what is a nursing home? Do you know what a nursing home is? And, I'm sure the teacher has indicated, what it is. But they all said no. And I said, well, a nursing home, someone said, well, it's where old people are. I said, you're right. It's where old people are. And some of them, have maybe can't take care of their home anymore, or they need a little help taking care of themselves health wise and everything. And, just letting them know that how wonderful it is. They're going to be so happy to see you. And, so make sure you smile. If they hold out your hand, just shake their hand and say, hi,
Oh,
my name is, and because sometimes they might be hard of hearing, but yeah, so I was excited about that. I enjoy substituting as a teacher. I think that's where my gifts are. I love substituting for special ed as well. Um,
that's awesome.
I think as a teacher is better. Sorry, I don't know what
Yeah.
made me. Oh, because we're talking about being old. Yeah, don't put me there yet.
Yeah. The hip. Well, that kind of runs kind
Oh,
of
the
into what
hipsters.
the broken hipsters.
No, the golden hipsters.
The
The
golden
golden
hip,
hipsters.
I love it.
triple beauties. Ooh. Sassy sisters or the fun girls.
Hey, Deb,
That's
someone
getting
was mentioning on here too. They go, well, I thought her name was Debbie, but you guys say Deb. It's like you go by Deb or Debbie.
I answer to anything. Yeah.
Be careful of that, Deb.
The given
Be
name was
careful.
Deborah, but only my grandma called me Deborah Lynn when I was in
Yeah.
trouble. And
Yeah.
then
Oh.
I like Deb, and I like
Debbie.
Someone asked if we all cook. Yes, we do. We all cook.
We do. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
But we love it when Amy cooks for us.
Well, I think I
Yeah.
probably cook the most. Wouldn't you
That's
say?
our-
I probably cook
That's
the
our
most.
favorite.
Or, no? Would you say I cook the most or not?
Yes.
I think you do,
Yeah.
Amy. Yeah.
I think
Yes.
so too. Well, I do have
anytime-
Amy Roloff's little kitchen. Duh.
Yeah.
Well, and you have Chris to cook for every night too.
Yeah,
You make
is
him a
true.
meal every night, working or not, you're cooking.
Well, like
So,
tonight, I'm going to make a ravioli bake. And this
ooh.
will be a great dish if you have a family, or like me, I come home from work. Now I'm doing the live. It'll cook up really quick. I don't make my own ravioli, but I think, get good ravioli. And I'll kind of make my own marinara sauce, or you can get a good jar of marinara sauce if you like. But I usually take crushed tomatoes, and I'm going to add some different stuff to the tomato base just to kind of bulk up this
Ooh.
stuff. And if you're going to have pasta, man, you got to have lots of cheese. So lots of mozzarella.
Very good. Very good.
Mozzarella and basil.
Well, let's get on to a few questions because
Yes.
we're doing the Q&A. I'm going to say this is the number one question that's
brothers.
asked on every platform.
Really?
Every time we do this,
Okay.
it's the same question. Amy, why haven't you changed your name from Roloff to Merrick?
Amy, why haven't you changed your name from Roloff to Merrick? That, you know what? You're right. I do get that question all the time. And all I can say to people is like, number one, let's get a little more creative on some of these questions. Number two is think about it. I've been a Roloff for about 30 years. Been a Roloff for about 30 years. I have 4 kids. Their last names are Roloff. Well, except for my daughter. She's married. But I have, my kids, my grandkids, majority of them, all of them are Roloff. And then, then my business and what I've done in my public life is a Roloff. So yes, my official name is Roloff Merrick. My last name is Roloff Merrick. And I wanted to have Merrick. And Chris, he goes, whatever you want to do. I'm good. I'm good. But he did want me to take on Merrick. So I decided Roloff Merrick. So it still keeps, the Roloff part of it. And who knows? Maybe in 10 years I'll change it and it'll just be Amy J. Merrick. But for right
Or
now,
not.
yeah, or not.
Or not.
For right now, it is Amy J. Roloff Merrick. I'm proud of the fact of Roloff just by the fact that all my kids. It linked me to all of my kids, all of my grandkids, and I really want to hang on to that. I'm still in business, in the public eye. I will still hold on to Roloff. But Merrick is obviously my present and my future. And so that's why I took on Merrick.
But Chris doesn't have a problem with Roloff.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that's your professional name from working in the industry. I mean,
and
some people completely changed their names. They don't even have the same names as their real names. So,
So I see nothing, wrong with that. I think it's very good. I know a lot of people take a hyphen name, and because I quandered this very heavily. I mean, I think you both know this. I quandered that. Gosh, man, what do I do? What last name do I do? Cheaper. Do I go back to my maiden name? Maybe I should just be Amy Knight Merrick, or
Knight Merrick. Yes. Okay, say that again.
Oh, wait a minute. The Mod Squad. Someone said the Mod Squad. That was a TV show back in the day.
You didn't hear what I just said.
No, what?
Amy Knight Merrick. That does not sound good.
Oh, it sounds like a nightmare.
No. I don't like that one.
No, I didn't either. But
I don't know.
But anyway, so hopefully we can kind of maybe this is a new person. I don't know. Maybe this new person hasn't heard me talk about that before.
Yeah.
But or these several people or lots of people. But Roloff Merrick. That is my last name, Roloff Merrick. And
all right.
Like Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen, I started that long before.
Yeah.
I even knew Chris or anything like that. So I'm not going to suddenly change all my businesses just because I'm married.
Well, and it takes a lot of time to change all that. I mean, I've been divorced 24 years, but I didn't change back to my maiden name. I kept my married name. It's like, no.
Well, because all your kids too.
All my kids, exactly.
Yeah. So I like this comment. I don't know you, Amy, but I have seen how you really think things over. Love you and Chris.
Yeah, thank you so much, Melissa, because a lot of people think I'm just flying off. Well, there are times I'm flying by the seat of my pants. That is true. But when it comes to stuff like this, I may not always get it right, but I put a lot of thought and a lot of thought into it. It's not by whim. So,
well,
here's another one. Amy Clark Wells. She kept Clark, but kept Wells.
Yeah,
she was known as Miss Clark to all her speech pathology students. Oh yeah, we don't want to confuse people. No. They're all going to look at it and say, "Who is Amy Merrick?"
Yeah, Amy Knight Merrick. No. Well, let's get on to some more questions. This came from Duritz Girl on Instagram. My daughter's kinder class loves having Amy as a substitute teacher.
Oh, that makes me so happy. I wonder well, she probably won't say here which is fine. That's totally understandable. But I'm so glad they like having me as a substitute teacher because I'm definitely not a rollover. I mean, I'm a firm teacher sometimes, but I just love all the kids, and I just think they know if you're real and straight with them and honest with them, and always acknowledge them and their thoughts and their feelings and recognize when they do great things. And so thank you to this person.
Yes. Yeah.
I really enjoy being with kids, even though taking on this substitute teaching job, whether it be for special ed or as a teacher, It was tough in the beginning. I'm just
yeah.
now beginning to, maybe learn the ropes a little bit in today's day school,
Right.
at least here in the
Yes.
Pacific Northwest, or I should say in the district that I'm in. But no, it's one of the hardest jobs. It's one of the more frustrating jobs, but it's also one of the more rewarding jobs too. Because like if you can just touch one student, I think as a teacher you're doing well, because there's such a spectrum of kids in the classroom now that you do your best to reach that. But I think for parents really have to understand there's teachers, all teachers will really try and do their best, but to reach all the students all the time, every day, that is really asking more
A lot.
than I think any teacher is capable of handling.
Well,
I
and
mean,
you've
they
got
will
to,
try, they will do it. Sometimes they do,
right.
but if they can reach the majority of the students to do, a job well done, I think you need to give kudos to those teachers doing
Well,
that.
and don't you feel like there's such a small window that you have while you're
Yeah.
teaching? It's like trying to get it all in there
Yeah.
every
Yes.
day. I mean, my hat goes off to all these teachers out there.
Yeah.
Same
And
here.
then I'm just a substitute, plopping myself in the middle of, I don't know a past of what they've learned or, whatever that.
Right.
I don't know them personally. And sometimes teachers get to know a little bit of their story that can enable them to help them a little bit more. And I definitely don't know what their tomorrows are going to be because I'm out the door.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
right.
I think as a substitute, it can be really a tough job. And I just think, many of them do the best they can. And so do I. But I'm very appreciative of those that have allowed me to be a substitute for special ed and doing my best in that capacity, but also allowing me to be the substitute teacher, taking over their class for the day or half a day or whatever it is. And I just hope I, do them well.
You
So,
will. You do.
And I'm just so proud of you for doing that, Amy.
You just jumped
It's
in
something
and
I
did
couldn't
it.
do ever. So
I know, wasn't it kind of funny, Lisa? I did.
Oh.
I just I have
She's like,
no idea.
yeah,
I'm taking all
signed
these
up.
classes. It's like a
Yeah.
whole new language you got to learn.
She signed up. She goes, you know what? I'm putting on a dress. I'm going to work tomorrow. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
I know.
Oh,
Getting up
you
at
just did it.
5:15.
You just did it. Okay, so Margaret, Amy
Yeah.
Roloff, are you getting another divorce? That rumors?
Oh,
I've seen things like that on the social media too. Where is that coming from?
Okay, all that I can say is if you do not believe in fake news, believe it now. No, I am not getting a divorce. You have to be careful of what's being said out there on social media. I've learned this over the years of doing the television show. Just because someone takes a little snippet and spins it into who knows whatever they want to spin it into does not make it true. So you got to really, Tori Fallis. Hi.
Yes. She
Hi,
said
Tori.
it's clickbait.
I so agree. It is clickbait. You've got to be careful of that, because
Yep.
the minute you click it, then they have your info.
Yep.
So don't unless you hear it from me. And I would have to say I'm pretty real. We're pretty real. All three of us are.
Yes, we're real.
We're real.
And so don't be paying attention to that fake news. No, Chris and I are doing fine.
Very
I know.
well.
We
Deb
are
and I
doing
can vouch.
very
I can vouch
well.
for that.
Yes.
We're
Sometimes
cooking together.
Yeah,
For crying out loud.
Sometimes the real we hear, and we don't need to hear all that.
Yeah, we're like, okay, take it away, go away, you two. But if I've invited him into my territory, which is my kitchen,
right,
it's going well.
Yeah. And here's the other crazy rumor that was on social media about a month ago, that you'd had an accident and passed away. It's like, what?
Well, if that happened, I would think that would be more of a news story than this little blurb on social media. Because if not, oh my gosh, I'm like, what?
Yeah. Okay, here's a juicy one. Alice Ferguson, do you really want the farm? As Matt stated on the show, he will leave it to you if something happens to him. What would you do with it?
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna see this one statement. Sorry. Oh, no. I don't
Yeah.
want that.
Wait
Wait a minute.
until-
Go away. Hide. Oh, dear. Sorry. Oh, wait, Lisa, I hid you. Wait a minute. There you are.
Stop. Just hang out here. I've got this.
Sorry, technology. You guys are
Too
bad. I'm
creative.
so bad. Okay,
Here.
what was the question? I'm so sorry.
Okay. Do you really want the farm? As Matt stated on the show, he will leave it to you, which I don't think that's happened, right?
What would you do with it? Okay.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing that I've learned with Matt over the years, I never know whether he's serious or it's just to get a reaction from me and make a statement on camera while we're filming. He did make that statement. He goes, "Well, why don't I leave it to you?" And and everything like
You
that.
deal with it.
Yeah, if he so chooses to do that, I would probably really pretty much be like, "Kids, I'm just here to make sure you still all love each other after this is all over." That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
I'm just here to make sure that whatever you guys decide, make sure it's amicable amongst the four of you. If he leaves it to me, it's just in the matter of it, like an executor or like just taking care of that perspective, maybe. If this is true, I don't even know, of that kind of thing.
He
And
hasn't approached you to.
no.
No. Yeah.
But how wonderful to keep it in the family if that
Well,
does
that's the problem though, Deb. It probably most likely wouldn't be in the family because the kids have all moved on. They have to.
right.
They're not
That's
sitting
true.
around waiting for
That's
Roloff
true.
Farms to be available when,
Yep.
they could be in their 50s and Matt has
Yep.
another
Yes.
20 years.
Right.
So,
And there hasn't really been any succession planning, so they'd have to sell it
that
to
I'm
break
aware
it
of.
up
Yeah.
so everybody would get a piece of that. So yeah,
So I'm
but at
not-
this point, the question is too, though, he said it on camera, but
Yeah.
that's not happening
It's not
right
written.
now.
It
Right.
it was said on camera, behind the scenes. That's all I know is what you guys heard on camera is what I heard. So
Okay. All right. Just wanted to be clear on that one. Okay. Let's go to another
bring it on,
one.
girl. Bring it on.
Are you moving to Boise, Idaho with Chris?
Well, that was again one of the things that was said on the show because we were looking. We looked at several houses. We looked at, we wanted to keep our options open. Maybe if there is something around the Boise area, it's not moving to Boise, but around the Boise area. And then we also looked up around Coeur d'Alene area. That's where in that area, that's where my daughter and her husband live, in that general area. But then I thought, okay, but that's only one child. I have three others that are closer to this area down here. And I've always told myself, or I've always, told Chris that if we could, I'd like to at least only be a car ride away, whether it be 6 hours or something like that. I want to get to my kids within a car. I don't want to always have to be forced to take a plane, to that. So yeah, we've looked in various areas. We still keep looking somewhere in the this west side of the
Pacific Northwest
area, but it's getting hard. It's expensive out here. It's expensive in the Portland area. I just don't understand some of these brand new homes and the cost they are. It's like, this is like absolutely ridiculous. We have like no backyard,
No land. Yep.
no space, no nothing. And then everyone wonders why everyone's in their car. It's like, well, you've given them no space to hang out with at their house.
Yes.
Anyway.
Well, here's a question from Rebecca. Is there going to be another season of Little People, Big World?
Well, we just aired season 25. And so hopefully y'all watched, and I'm sure you can go back on TLC and watch the history, of our show. And, I don't know about other reality shows. I just know about ours. We don't get any residual thing. Once it is aired once, that's all we get. So it's not like a sitcom and, all more serious actors and everything. Let's face it, this is a reality show. So we just aired season 25, and no, as of right now, there are no more seasons happening for Little People Big World. That is it. And so probably the next question would be, oh, is that why you went to substitute teaching? To tell you the truth, yeah, it did give me the reason to go and figure out what am I going to do after the show's over, now that it is. And I can't reach quite retirement. I don't want to use up all the money that I saved before I even get to, quote, the big magic number of 65. And so I decided to go back to substitute teaching. I love teaching. I love kids. And perhaps I make a little bit of difference just by being different. And in fact, like today, an incident happened today. A class that I was teaching, innocent enough. Kids are innocent, and that's why I don't take offense when they blurt out something that, may not be very nice or kind or come across that way. But I stopped what we were doing because I heard this comment in the hallway about this person making another statement about another student. So I brought them all in. I said, I heard something while we were in the hallway, blah, blah, blah. So it gave me an opportunity to say, well, Mrs. Roloff, or Mrs. R, they called me, is different. We're all different. So when you do see someone different, whether they're big or skinny or tall or short or whatever it is, let's say something kind about them instead of blurting something out that is very hurtful. And we read a book about the tongue. And it just so happened the teacher had a book about paddling and gossip.
Oh, wow.
And the tongue is a strong, what did I call it? I can't remember what I call it. But you can hurt someone very, very much by the words you say. So let's try and say something kind about someone. We're all different. We come in different colors of skin. We come in different sizes. And then I always refer it back to me. Look at Teacher Amy or Mrs. Roloff, Mrs. R, But anyway,
yeah.
You know me. I have a tendency to ramble, don't I, Lisa? Anyway.
It's okay.
I like that you're saying that because you're so good at what you do. And
yes,
to put it in perspective for them to understand that, they probably didn't realize until you said something.
Yeah, that's what I hope.
I love that.
As a substitute teacher, you only have a moment. And if I can make a moment, matter, then I'll try and take it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, here's a question I thought was kind of fun. And Deb was involved in this scene as well. It was the last episode of second to last episode of the last season. And Chris was late to the fundraiser. Do we know why he was late? These are behind the scenes question.
Well, I'm not specifically sure, but I think because, we each had our own thing to do in regards to the fundraiser. I think a lot of it had to do with, you think you planned enough, but you run out of time. And now you're scrambling and now you're late. And so I think Chris found himself in that kind of situation. I, take hold of that because it's like, see, things happen. Life happens. Sometimes you think you're going to be on time and you think you allowed enough time and it just goes out the window and you're scrambling. And of course he thought it started at 4, which originally it did. But I said, no, you know what? We only have these individuals for so long. In order to get them through registration, Lisa, we've been down this rodeo before. And so, or we've done this rodeo before. So we're going to mention to everyone that it's 3:30. They can start coming at 3:30. It officially doesn't start till 4, but in order to get people registered and in the system, their bid numbers, or whatever we were doing, and then we did that like several weeks prior or whatever it was. So it's like, no, I put my foot down. It was 3:30. And he gets 3:45, 4 o'clock, and getting his activity ready.
Right. I know Deb was sweating a little bit during that whole.
I know, because I was late getting back. Well, you know why I was late getting back, Deb? Part of the reason was I was like, okay, I just need a moment.
Yeah.
because I thought if I do not take this moment, I cannot allow myself to end up like one of my charity foundation things. And I was,
And
missing in action MIA for
you
all of it.
mentioned that on the last live, and
Yeah.
I'm glad
Health.
you did, because your
Yes.
health is more important. And we've seen you when you've accelerated so much to where it's been weighing on your body.
But you know,
So
the
I'm
thing
glad
that
you did
shocks me is that I never considered myself that way. But I think the
I know.
older I got, it's like anxiety or something.
I think you push yourself too hard,
You do.
honestly.
You do.
You push yourself so hard and you own this. Anytime you do any kind of an event, fundraiser, speaking, you own it to your heart. And
Oh,
that is it. Just, I think that overall, you give it 150%. And then you need to, and I think we'll start doing, if we do anything together in the future, which I'm sure we'll do,
We will.
we're going to book out time for Amy to go take a nap, rest, take the day off so she's refreshed, and give her some grace. Yeah.
Well, and to come on the
well,
other
I
side
felt
of
bad
things.
because, I don't like being late. Other people are waiting and, and stuff like
But the
that.
great thing is at the end of with the event, and once it got going,
Yeah.
Amy, your speech was so amazing. I wish they would have shown more on the show, but overall, the ending came out 100%. I mean, the little things that we had to deal with people showing up early, which some people came way too early. I mean, there was a lot of things to deal with, but once it got going and the event was in full action,
Yes.
and your speech at the end was so amazing.
Well, I
It was
appreciate that, Deb.
it was amazing. It turned out
I
amazing.
appreciate that. But like you, like both of you know, though. I mean, and you guys are the same way though as well. It's like when we do something, we don't do it half-ass.
No,
we don't. No, we don't.
Put everything that we got into it, because in our mind, it's the success isn't about us. The success is, did we make a difference?
Yes.
Did we make a difference in someone else?
It wasn't about us. It was about making the difference.
And so, that takes a lot of emotional, it takes a lot of mental, takes a lot of it. That's why I think we, do so well together, because, for the most part, we're all on the same page. And
we are. We work,
well.
Like,
we work well together.
Position, because Lisa wasn't able to be there. But Deb, you were in the right position. At right where you were at. I'm like, gosh, thank goodness, because we needed that greeter. Because I'm like all over the place. I was at the registration. I was making sure the food was okay. Okay, the drink thing got a little squirrely, and we had to take care of that. Was the auction table okay? Wind was blowing. I mean, but greeter.
You were stepping into my job.
Yeah, Lisa, where were you?
Yeah,
I was in Mexico. I'm sorry.
No,
I won't let it happen again.
No, it was all good. It was all good.
Yes.
It was great. It was awesome.
So,
well, Michelle has a question.
Hang on, to wrap up that question. Time got away from Chris, and so yes, he was late, but I'll never let him forget
it. Yes, because he has a habit of kind of.
Nitpicking me
on time
or something. So.
Oh yeah. Well, Michelle Warren has a question. Good evening. Is the house on the farm sold, and are Matt and Karen married?
Well, all I can say is that if Matt and Karen were married, I'm sure you would have seen that on social media or something of that sort.
And we haven't seen that.
Yeah. No, they are not married. Not yet, anyway. As far as I know, no, the house has not sold yet. He's renting it out on a long term, I think, for a little bit here. And then I have no idea what's going to happen after that.
Okay. All right. Well, here's a great question. Amy, would you consider doing a cooking show for TLC or another TV station besides your YouTube channel?
Well, freedom, gal. Why are you asking? I love doing the realness of my cooking show. I love the simplicity of it, and just kind of doing my own thing. I don't think I would mind. I would definitely take it into consideration and look at all my options for a cooking show. But, it would have to be here. It would have to be done at my house. I'm not moving to LA area or New York or something like that to do a cooking show. I've got kids, I've got grandkids. I don't want to have that kind of job take me away from my family
Right.
for such an extent that I come back trying to play catch up.
Yep. And you don't get that
especially
time back.
Because you're real. You're real.
especially in my grandkids' lives.
Yeah.
Because I keep saying this just like that question. Why don't you change? Why do you still have Roloff as your last name?
Yeah.
I keep going back to, I am very grateful that I am able to do what I am able to do right now. I can walk, I can hike, I can do activities, I can ride on a motorcycle, I can still stand up in my kitchen and cook and do all of that stuff. How long I'm able to do that, I have no idea. It could be another 20 years, but I'm going to take one day at a time and be grateful for what I can do now. But if something were to come up that I thought was, for me, and it kept it real and would help me with all of that process, absolutely, I would consider it.
Cool. All right. Well, I have another question. And that is, Debbie, are you best friends with Karen after the last show? What happened?
Oh,
I don't know.
oh my God. It was very interesting. Her and I got along great. Like I said, I've never really interacted with Karen. She used to live close by me. And when I used to walk Felix and my dog, I would see Karen and say hi and all that.
Which is good. I mean, that's what you would do with anybody. So that's great.
That's the only interaction I had with Karen really until the event. And the conversation was very friendly. It was very comfortable. But then it felt like, well, and I have nothing against Karen. I mean, we've never really interacted. I've just never been her best friend. But to me, it was more,
it was conversation.
It was conversation.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So as far as that goes, and going forward, I've not interacted with Karen since the event. I mean, it was a very fun event. She was very fun to work with, as everybody else.
There's no specific reason. It's just that, you interact with people for the moment that you're in.
You have to be
and
cordial,
after that moment is over,
polite. Right.
Yeah, you kind of are in your own, circle and stuff like that.
So it was very comfortable, and that's where we're at. That was it. Yeah. So haven't interacted with her since then.
I have to make a comment to this Donna in Mosin or something. Amy, you seem to be quite the gardener. Would you consider doing a little visit on your gardening tips and tricks? All I have to say is, Donna, bless your heart. I am so glad that you think I'm a gardener. I don't consider myself a green thumb. I have a horrible backyard in the sense of growing things. I'm so grateful that the previous owner established this whole lovely backyard that I'm looking at right now.
No,
my gardening are herbs and pots.
And they're beautiful.
And you do it well.
But I'm grateful. I'm grateful that if they survive, I have tomato plants that I bought from the farmer's market like 3 weeks ago. It's like, you keep raining. Like, when is there going to be a sunny day when I'm off that I can actually plant? Oh my goodness.
No, you always have a beautiful herb garden. You always make sure
it's
full, and you go out and snip. We've done many cooking videos. I'm out there snipping the rosemary. You can have it for your next dish that you're working on. So no, you have a beautiful, and it takes talent to do that. Not everybody can do that.
But I tell you, if I had more property, I would have a whole raised bed, just one bed, chives, one bed of thyme, one bed, like big oregano, one bed of well, rosemary. You don't need a lot of rosemary. A couple of bushes will suffice. Um, well, there's other stuff. Oh my gosh, why can't I think? Basil, a whole
Basil.
bed of
Yes.
basil.
Oh, fresh basil in the summer.
I don't know if you clip basils, do they grow back,
They keep,
or is that
they
it?
keep going. And then during the end of the year, because I have so much basil,
Yeah.
I clip it and I
hang it
puree
upside down.
with garlic. I
Oh,
puree
You
it with
puree
garlic.
it, yeah.
Yeah, and then I put it in my ice cube trays.
Yeah.
So I put a little bit of olive oil, salt, puree it, put it in the ice cube trays, freeze it, and now I've got these cubes of basil frozen
It's
that I can.
It's a little ice cube pesto.
It's kind of a pesto, yes.
Yeah.
Pesto ice
So
cube.
my dad and my uncles always had big gardens because they were Italian, and so they would clip the basil and the oregano and hang it upside down and let it dry in the garage at the end. And then the seeds, they'd have the seeds, and then they would dry it and then keep it for during this, winter time.
Wow.
So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. But yeah,
So,
I'll tell you.
I didn't mean to put Donna on the spot, but I just thought that was just so
Yeah.
adorable. I don't consider myself,
But I think Deb and I do.
We
You
do.
a great
We do.
job. You have a
Someone
beautiful
said, what is
yard.
your opinion of cilantro? I love it. Does it sometimes smell like soap? I agree, but I love cilantro.
I love
Some
cilantro.
people have that taste and some people don't. I think it depends on your body, how you process that. But I like this one. Jai's asked a couple times, do you think you'll ever be on Raising Heights with Zach and Tori? Have you been invited
You know
yet?
what? I have no idea whether I'd ever be on Zach and Tori's podcast. I mean, Jared and Odge haven't asked me either. But the thing is, I want to make it very clear. I don't expect to. I don't expect to be on their podcast. This is their thing. They want to, share their thoughts and ideas and their mission and whatever it is individually, and I have to leave that to them. Let them do that.
Yeah.
If they wanted me on, absolutely, I would go on. But I root from them. I cheer for them from behind the scenes and, in the corners. So if you guys haven't listened to Jared and Odge, these are the days instead of those were the days. These are the days. Like we're living today. These are the days.
Yeah.
Go check out their podcasts. These are the days. Check out Zach and Tori's Raising Heights. I think they're both, from their own point of view, are doing a fabulous, fabulous job. Yeah. But I root from them from the sidelines, and I am happy to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think that's awesome. Awesome. Okay, I have a question. Do you think you've ever been open to or do you think you'd ever be open to the idea of watching Little People, Big World on a people's couch type setting, commenting, reacting to episodes like TLC Pillow Talk? I think that would be a hoot.
I would love that.
Even if we watched other TL, even if we watched every other TLC shows and did a pillow talk, I think that would be awesome.
I would have to think about that. I have a hard time. I mean, Chris watches the show and he's always, Amy, you got to watch your own show, blah, blah, blah. The only thing I really love about watching our show is maybe, especially in the early days, hearing my kids during their interviews.
Got it.
Okay. And so, yeah, how do you say so? Let me think. I lost track. I was reading.
Watching the show with the kids in it. But, yeah.
So thank you, Deb. I love hearing what their thoughts and opinions are, in the early part. What asking questions about the show or what we did and stuff like that. In the later years, I still enjoyed watching what they thought because we're not there during, the interviews. Now, if I were to do this over, I think any parent should have been part of the kids' interviews. And hopefully they would have still felt comfortable, but I would have said, if you're there, I think kids have a better idea of, if you don't want to answer a question, you have the right to say, no, I could care less what some producer tells you.
Yeah.
This is your home. This is your life. you own it. You can say no, say next. And
Yes.
I think, to help them feel a little more empowered, in the later years, these last several years and everything, I kind of like to see, what Zach and Tori and family are doing in that I don't need to see myself. I don't need to see myself interact, because it's just, it's an edited version of the moment.
Mhm.
And when I see it, I'm like, well, wait a minute, why couldn't you have done this? Why couldn't you have done that? That would constantly be going through my mind. And so I would have a hard time, I think, doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no, I
Well,
don't watch my show.
Well, Lisa and I do, and we always love watching the whole
we
thing.
do the pillow talk ourselves on.
We do it through text messaging during the show.
Yes.
And when you say it's edited, of course they're going to take the most dramatic part of whatever it is. And,
Yes.
that's what makes it viewable.
Well, and that's why I'm texting you guys. Okay, you let me know what happened, what you think. Because I can't, I lived through my episode through you guys.
Well, and some of the things that Lisa and I have said in the past, thank goodness they haven't put those in there, actually, because I mean, good editing, bad editing. So we've enjoyed.
Well, TLC does a good job at editing. Just because you may not like it doesn't make it not good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm my worst critic, and stuff like that. So.
Well, hey, I wanted to give a shout out.
Go on.
I wanted to give a shout out to Betsy Benezek. How do you stay so strong and positive?
Yeah.
Thanks, Betsy. That was an awesome question.
Yeah. Well, there are many times where I have never felt strong. I felt like very much on the edge. And those were scary moments. But I also think part of, no, I wouldn't say part of, I would say the majority of it is my faith, my Christian faith, in the Bible and Jesus Christ, my Christian faith. And so that is what kept my feet grounded. I just figured, the good Lord put me here to be the mom to these 4 great kids. And I've got to really do my best to do my best for them. And then, even for myself, but even though you think of yourself, we're not only here for ourselves. In fact, we're absolutely not here just for ourselves. And so I often want to try, how can I be also strong doing things for other people, even when I know I want to do something for myself, but it'd be better, doing that for someone else or something of that sort, whatever it may be. So I would really have to say my faith has always, I don't know how I would have gotten through 61 years of life without my faith.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Well, I want to thank Nancy Sanders for stars. There are stars that are on this restream or podcast, whatever we're doing. And Nancy, thank you for contributing those stars to our program. She says that she finds you such an inspiration and that you are such a strong woman, and for all that you had to deal with. Thanks, Amy, for being my inspiration. I have to say, you are definitely my inspiration.
Me too.
Well, Nancy, thank you, first of all.
Debbie, Nancy, for what you've endured, and on having it on TV, all of those things. Amy, we can't thank you enough for that.
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, more than anyone would ever even know, because growing up, I feel like a repeated warped record on this. But growing up, being different and everything in a different time of life than right now, you never feeling adequate, good enough, never feeling like I would meet up to anything. But I kept trying because I thought, no, God has a purpose for me. I got to keep trying. Regardless of whether I didn't think I could or something, I just have to. Half the time I thought I fell flat on my face and, didn't do it good enough and, all that other stuff. Then this crazy show. No, then I, obviously got married, but then I became a mom. And then I became a mom. I thought, well, geez, you got to get those thoughts out of your brain, Amy, because you got 4 kids that are depending on you. There's no room for any self-pity here. No, 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 no.
No,
And
no,
so
no.
did the best that I could, as a mom. And 3 average sized kid, and 1 is a little person like me. Then this crazy TV show comes along. And I'm thinking, oh, brothers, And then suddenly I'm like, why do people look at me so differently now? It's like, because I felt sane. And so the only thing I can be really thankful and have a lot of gratitude for is, yes, has the TV changed me a little bit? I think it's given me a different perspective on myself. I think it's given me a different perspective on people and life in general. I don't think it has radically changed me into somebody else. And so that to me is where I have to be really grateful that I was strong enough to really, keep my values as best I could. Did I screw up? Oh God, yeah, I screwed up. But in the end though, I think I kept my values, I kept my heart, I kept my sincerity. I did the best that I could, and it really hurt when people took those intentions wrongly or differently, because I thought, what did I do? How could I have done this better? Why would someone think like that of me? And so, again, it just all goes back to my faith. You just got to keep trudging on. Life is hard, life is rough, and it's not always fair, but you are still worth it. Oh,
Exactly.
MVP, you still matter. You still have value, purpose.
Yeah, yeah.
You believe
Well,
that it's
well, we wanted to post Vicky. Thank you again for sending us stars. We love
yeah.
that.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it. Amy, you're one of the strongest women I know. How do you keep spice in your, what is spice anyway? How do you keep spice in your marriage?
Right. And that's the
Vicky,
TMI I was talking about earlier.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes we don't want to hear it.
I would say, Vicky, how do you keep spice in your marriage if you are married? No, I'm just kidding. Even if I were to say anything, that's what works for Chris and I. It doesn't mean it's necessarily going to work for you. I think sometimes to keep spice in your marriage is not only seeking out how that person keeps you going in the relationship. I think you really got to learn to turn that around. Is how do I keep that other person going in the relationship? Because I think in the end, what you do for your spouse or your partner or whatever will keep you going in the relationship. Because I think once you give, once you think about that other person and maybe what makes them happy or just puts a smile on the face, should really put a smile on your face too. And it should never end up being, well, I did this for you, now you got to do this for me.
Exactly.
Or why don't you do this for me? Whatever that do this for me is.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm like Chris will out of the blue just bring home flowers to me.
Aww.
Every other day. Well, no. Does he do it once a week? No. But when he does, I know it came from him. I know that it was a moment that he really thought about me and knew that that would make me happy. Just a simple thing as flowers. And so it's not like, well, it's about time, or gee whiz, been a month since you did that. It's like, what's the point of that? Nothing. It does nothing for the
Well, that's nice
relationship.
that both of you have that,
And so
desire.
what
And
I
you are
do,
honeymooners still kind of too, right?
yeah, but sometimes if someone is receiving it well, it motivates you to want to do it again. When you know that someone could care less, it will fizzle. You will not want to do that anymore, because it does take a lot of effort and emotion and stuff like that. But sometimes you got to keep doing it again and again, and hopefully it'll spark something in them. And so, like what I do, I'll just leave a note. Like sometimes now that I work, but before I leave for work, I'll leave a note on the pillow on the bed, knowing that he's going to come up later, take a shower, or get ready for whatever else he's got to do for the rest of the day. And he'll find it. It's not like, oh, well, golly, don't forget to look on your pillow. I
Yeah.
just leave it. I don't,
Yes.
if you read it, great. I'll know that you read it. If he responds to it, awesome, wonderful. I just know that he got it and
Right.
that he would appreciate it. So I think it's
Yeah.
just doing things or planning something. Like I know, I don't know if Zach and Tori do this, but I know Jared and Odge do this. They'll take turns planning each other's birthday or their anniversary or something like that. And I think that's
Oh,
great.
I
Instead of
love
us
that.
having it be on the husband side or the wife side, they take turns,
Yeah.
doing that. And so it's and like date night. I don't care how old you are or
Yeah.
if you're in your 60s and you just like me got remarried or something like that, date night, like what Chris does, because I make dinner so often for he and I. When we go out, he pays for it like we're going on a date. Because he's like, you do all of this, for the week and all this
Oh,
other stuff. This is what I want to do for you. And we
oh.
both have fun. And I love it.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's
That's
good.
awesome. Well, hey, I wanted to just say, Michelle Campanaro and Leanne Alyssa, thank you for the 20 stars you sent. And Betsy, thank you for the 200 stars. We're kind of new at this, so
Wow.
this is
Thank y'all.
awesome. We really appreciate it. This is on from Facebook. So thank you so much. We really appreciate that contribution. That's amazing. That
I
is
love
amazing.
that. I love that. Look at
Yes.
Diana Burnley. Would you put a cookbook together of your favorite fans, if your favorite fans gave you one recipe they love to make and put it in a cookbook for you to make? I think that'd be
Oh,
kind of
I like
fans.
that.
If you guys want to send me, if you guys want to send me one of your favorite recipes, whether it be dessert, salad, sides, main entree, veggie, whatever it is, salads, whatever. I
Yeah.
would love it. I would keep a collection of those, make them myself, if I tweaked it or, whatever it is. I would I would absolutely love that.
Well, do you
Yeah.
remember
That's awesome.
one of our conversations was to go to a state or a family and
Yep.
let them show us what they do for one of their family meals. I mean, just go across the country
Yep.
and experience their special recipes, their family traditions, their things. I mean, I would still love to do that.
Would
I
that
mean,
be a
I
trip?
would too.
we
That would be
can
fun.
do
We
that.
should just rent
Let's
an
win the lotto.
RV.
Can we win the
Rent an
lotto and just
RV.
travel around?
Yep, get the RV, but we need a driver. I don't want to drive it.
No,
But
we'll get a driver.
Be a driver.
and then we'll just drive around and taste all the different local foods, help out a charity if they need
Or
it.
be a part of the family. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Charity,
Yes.
family events,
Ooh.
whatever.
Small town America. I'd love to come and see you.
I would love
Yes.
that.
Oh, Carol, thank you so much. She just gave us 200 stars. Thank you
Wow.
so much. All right.
You know
We're
what?
having some
And
fun.
well, this Carol Cote.
Yes,
Carol,
that's who I'm talking
I
about.
bought Cote. Well, it's 200 cents or something like that. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, yes, I have been thinking about writing a children's book. There are so many kind of thoughts going on in my mind. It's like writing a book. It's like pieces of the puzzle are here. They're floating out there, but I'm having a hard time kind of bringing them together. But I think they'll come together eventually because, you may only have one chance at this. And I want to make this one book good. But a
Definitely.
thing that I should have done this earlier, but the thing that I'd love to do, share with me, everyone that's on this chat. I would love to read stories, for kids, and that do a video of that and do it like Amy Story Hour or Amy Reads or something like that. Especially if your kids are so much of the schools do.
Audio.
Yeah, audio, stories, you have the pages there and everything, but you would see me reading the story. But would you parents be interested in that? Just plopping on this video and say, here, listen to some stories that Amy's reading to you, or,
I think it's a
little
great
Miss
idea.
Amy. Oh, little Miss Amy read. Oh, little Miss Amy. Ooh, I love that. Little Miss Amy.
I know. We're
Little
going to
Miss
do
Amy.
it. We're going to make that
But
happen. We've talked
I
about it a
would
little
love
bit.
to. I love to read. In fact, at the end of the day today, A lot of times they have other things going on, but I'd say, well, you guys, like I told you at the beginning of the day, Mrs. Roloff loves to read. So before they leave, I read them a book. And yeah, story
You're
time.
already teacher Amy.
Yeah. So I don't know. I would love to do that.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm gonna do it anyway. Hopefully
Story
people
time by Amy. I like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Leanne just said
Yes.
story time with little Miss Amy.
Yeah.
I like that little Miss Amy.
Thanks. Thanks, Leanne. All right. Well, do you know what time it is?
The time goes by fast. No, is
Wow.
there any more questions?
Yeah, I think we
Are
have
there
some
any
more.
more
We have a
questions?
lot of questions that we
Oh,
haven't.
look at this. Gayleen, are you ever going to tour again and do public speaking? You know what? I would love to
Yes.
do public speaking again. I think I would probably narrow it down to one speech. I don't have like 5 different types of speeches. A lot of it would be, part of my story, but I really would love to get into more of why I think MVP is so important and standing for matter, value, and purpose. That would be the majority of what my speech is about, filtered in with stories about my life growing up, why it became important, and why it became to such the surface of my life in the last 10 years. So yeah, I would love to do more public speaking. It scares
Awesome.
the bees off of me, but I would do it.
But you love it. You've done that several times, and every time
Yeah.
you're like, you winged it.
I'll tell you, it's
Yep.
scary. It's scary. But
You're awesome. Oop, Wendy Lewis just sent 200 stars. Thank you so much, Wendy. I'll kind of just pop in. This is new to us, so this is awesome. Thank you so much. As people give us stars, I'll just pop in and say
can we get this one person, people?
So just people are asking what are stars, and stars are a way for viewers to support their favorite live video creators on Facebook. So you guys can look into that. And if you want to give us stars, we would love it.
No, thank you. Thank you. Sorry. I heard it. I saw a comment on here that just needs to go away. Anyway.
Yeah. We try to monitor.
From Sue. Yeah, this is Sue. How you and Lisa always seem so happy. Deb is always carefree, and so I don't think we ever get into arguments with her. But you and Lisa always seem so happy. Have you ever had disagreements at times? Yes, we have. But that's the wonderful thing. Don't you think we have? Sometimes we've had disagreements.
Okay, the only disagreement I vividly remember was when we were at Target shopping for Christmas gifts for kids. We had we were purchasing gifts for a charity, and I wanted the sparkly makeup kit, and you said no, you wanted a different makeup kit, and someone in the aisle said, "Are you sisters? You are arguing like sisters."
Oh, I love that.
I honestly, what if we really disagreed about seriously in 12 years?
I think you read me wrong, or I might have read you wrong, or we disagreed on like
simple things.
Yeah, I mean it's nothing.
We've never had
it would be more different opinions, not disagreements. Never.
And so to my point, though,
versus non-sparkles.
Yes, yeah. But she's the sparkle, isn't she, Deb? Out of you and I.
Oh, she's the bling. She brings on the bling. Yeah,
Deb Amy wants the bling, but then you want it once I. But once I go for the bling, then you're like, oh, I want to buy that. I want that. No, I want that. That's what we always.
Or if we're on vacation together and you bring all these gold things that we're supposed to wear on, jewelry, it's like we don't even do that. But you bring them and we wear them. It's all good.
It is good, and that's what makes it. See, that's why I think the golden whatever work, because there's so different personalities here.
Queenagers, the
Oh
queenagers
God,
are the
yeah.
golden jewels. The golden
But the
jewels.
reason I brought that up is because just like any friendship, it's similar to like
Yes.
any more personal involved relationship. You are going to have disagreements, and
Of
you've got to
course.
figure out, is this disagreement worthy of ruining a relationship, a friendship, or whatever? Because most of the times, disagreements are no big deal. They're
And
over
people
nothing or very
agree to
simple.
disagree.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
agree to disagree. How many families have been split up because of any kind of problems that are going on or even political issues? Just agree to disagree. Can't we respect everybody's opinion
Right.
and all still be friends and get along?
Yeah.
What, you know, when is it that we're all supposed to be exactly alike and clones of each other? No, we're individuals.
Well, I
Yep.
think the other thing when it comes to agreeing to disagree is that make sure you aren't squelched with expressing yourself, but there comes to a point where if you've expressed yourself and someone else disagrees with it and you can't come to a conclusion, just say, you know what, let's just let this go
Yep.
and move on.
Yes.
Yep.
But is it
Yes.
worth, ruining a relationship or something like that? So to me,
Our
it's like
friendship needs more
express
than that.
yourself, making sure that
Exactly.
everyone, kind of understands where you're coming from. But if there's no conclusion to it, if there's no mutual agreement, then you should. You don't have to, but you should say, let's just let this go. It's not
Yes.
worth what we have so much more of, whether it be our
Exactly.
friendship or whether it be our personal relationship.
Nothing is more important than your friendship and the love you care and caring for each other, right? That has to come first.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Lisa and I have been friends since
Ooh.
2000, late 2008, I think. Yeah, because our first charity was 2009. Deb and I, probably Lisa too, we've been friends probably like 2009, 2010,
Yep.
somewhere around there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, not to
Yes.
mention that I'm the one that entered or put together the wine and paint show for you to meet Chris.
Oh my gosh, that's
Hello.
right. Yeah,
You're
that was back in
welcome.
2016. Well, it was with my help because you helped me. We helped each other. The
We
unfortunate thing is, I happened to like say hi to someone, and look at where we're at.
love it. I love it. Oh, so fun.
I know. I love it.
So look
I
at
love
this.
it.
What's your favorite Pacific Northwest summer fruit and dessert to make with it? Well, if you're talking about the Pacific Northwest, you'd have to probably talk about Marionberries. And so to
Oh,
me, Marionberries would
yes.
either be Marionberry pie, Marionberry cobbler, a Marionberry milkshake, or something of that sort. But if you're kind of from Huckleberry, if you're kind of from Idaho, I think huckleberries are more well known in Idaho than the Pacific Northwest, I think.
So
So
Marion berries were actually created, I believe, in Eugene, Oregon,
really,
at yes, either
okay,
U of O or OSU in Corvallis, and it's a cross between a blackberry and a different berry. I'm not sure what it
yeah,
is, and that's why we have Marion berries here in the Pacific
wow.
Northwest. I don't think they have them other places.
I would have to think it would be OSU because I think Oregon State University is more known for its agricultural program. But yeah,
But yes,
Marionberry, very good,
yes.
very juicy.
Oh.
I think it's a little richer than a regular blackberry. Well, Mary, thank you for following us. I'm so excited.
Ah, um, somebody asked, let's see, sorry, I'm trying to click these. Are you all about the same age? Don't tell us our age, just curious. Yes,
No,
we
I'm
are.
older. I'm the
Not,
oldest.
not very much older.
Deb is the oldest and she looks like the youngest. I mean, go figure that
Stop
out.
it.
And Amy's the youngest.
I know I'm the youngest and I look, "Aw."
No, you don't. You're silly. But it is funny on
No, you
a
don't.
lot of social media, they have your age wrong. They say you're sick. They say you're one age, but then you're actually a little bit a year older
I know.
on
Well,
social
keep me young.
media, don't you
Keep
think?
me young, people. Keep me young.
Yes, but it is funny that they quote you at a certain age.
Yeah.
So,
It's so
Uh-huh.
funny. Has your confidence increased since meeting Chris? Sorry.
better be.
Has your confidence increased since meeting Chris? You know what? That is a very interesting question. I don't know if my confidence has increased. I think I have a different perspective of myself. I think partly it had to do with how I thought about myself after divorce. I think if I thought of myself as a lot worse after divorce, absolutely, Chris would be, someone that definitely increased my confidence since meeting him. But I don't think that's necessarily, that doesn't sound very good to me because I don't think your confidence should increase because of somebody. They can help you,
Right.
but I like to think that there was a part of me that said, you know what? I like me. I am okay. I am okay by myself. I like being with me. I like the things that I like. I can still be adventurous. I've got some really good friends like these two right here. And so what Chris did for me was enhance all of that. He gave me the reason to say this is why,
Deb,
you're so
don't you agree that he filled a void that
A
Amy,
big void. Yes,
a
definitely.
big void that Amy did not have in her marriage?
Yep.
He came
I don't
in.
think I'm as necessarily as intimidated. I don't think I'm as like tiptoeing around. And then some of
Right.
that could be because of the TV as well. But I also yeah, Chris definitely brought out the more better of me.
Well, let me give you an example. Amy
Yeah,
was
love it.
hosting a dinner party one night, and Chris was right there helping host, and he was asking people, "What would you like to drink? I'll get you a drink." Amy's already busy cooking, getting the food ready, and she looked at him and she's like, "I'm not used to this. I mean, usually you have to do it all."
Yeah.
He's taking his role and doing this, hosting and getting drinks for people, welcoming people. It was such a good combination for both of you. It was such a good match.
Yes, yes.
So
Yep, I
he
agree.
enhances you, and you both
Yeah.
work so well together.
Yes, and things that you weren't emotionally getting from your current marriage, whether that be because you've been married so long or it was just the way he's just a different
Chris, we're talking
personality.
to think about
Yes. Hey, I want to say a shout out to Sharon Pembroke Brown
did you?
for the 99 stars. Thank you so much. She's saying, let's see, did we get that posted? Hello, beautiful ladies. Let me read what Sharon had to say.
Chris.
Hey,
Hi,
Chris.
Dave.
Oh, hey, Chris.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. What are you ladies talking about?
We're
Oh,
talking
you.
about how
You.
you just made me a better me.
You
Aw.
complete her.
Well, it works
Yes.
both ways.
Oh,
know it did. No.
I'm gonna cry. Oh, that's very sweet.
No, he is a good better half of me.
Oh,
Ditto.
a lot of people are saying hi, Chris. Hey, Chris, are you going to do some more cooking videos with Amy?
Probably.
Well,
Yeah.
probably yes.
Yeah.
Betsy
I don't
wants
know.
to
Does
know.
anybody enjoy those? I don't
Does
know.
anyone even care?
Yeah.
Betsy
Yes.
asks. Betsy's asking where the tater tot casserole is.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay.
See?
I'm a big fan of the tater tot casserole. Amy is not.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to see.
Maybe you could enhance it. Maybe you could add some mystery
Seasoning.
ingredient and
Well, I think that will be our next dish. Is he's going to show me what his tater tot casserole is
And
all
then
about.
you'll embellish it and make it better.
I don't know.
No, I'd be up for that.
Well, we can combine it. It's like it's not about you making it and me making it. We can, how do you make it, Chris? How about adding this or this? You think? Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah, and then I would like to see Chris's opinion on well, what could we do? What else could we add to it? And not Amy's input, just
Oh.
Chris's. And see what, or maybe both of you could each do an enhancement and then have a taste test on whose enhancement tastes
You
better.
want to turn this into a husband-wife competition, Lisa.
I do.
Wait a minute. Do you want to keep this marriage together? No.
Oh, but that's part of the fun.
No, I'm just teasing.
Yes.
I'm teasing.
No.
But
Kim
yes, he
Vaughn.
will cook with me.
Did our fish cake video ever get posted?
Fish
I'm not sure. It might have been.
Salmon patties.
Yeah, salmon patties. We'll have to ask Naveed that.
Yes, I think so.
See? Yes.
Okay. All right.
Get that
Does
posted.
Kim Vaughn wants to know if Chris has a single brother?
Oh,
What?
do you have a single brother?
No, I do
Everyone
not.
wants you, babe.
Yeah.
I know he's a hottie
I have two
patati.
brothers, but no, neither one is single. Sorry. No.
Would you guys like to do a spin-off together?
A spin-off show?
Yes.
I don't know that our lives are that interesting that we could, do a whole show.
It takes a lot to carry on
Yeah.
a whole show. It
Yeah.
really does. You definitely need other people to balance that kind of thing.
And we are actually very ordinary. We don't do a lot of wild and crazy things.
Except for ride a
Maybe you
motorcycle.
should start. I don't know. Maybe you should start.
Mm.
Build some things on your property. I don't know.
Well,
Add some
Well,
motorcycles. to
once
your
we get
collection.
property, I'm gonna have chickens, get my own eggs,
Oh,
I'm
garden,
gonna have a shop, make stuff.
pretend to make stuff. No.
No pretend.
this is a serious talk. You guys are really talking about this.
Oh yeah, something
Oh,
we
yeah.
really want to do. Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe event, if not, I mean, we'll be happy here, but we definitely would like a little more space. We have ideas, we have things that we'd like to do
Mhm.
on a little bit more property, and I would love to have a little more property space to have all these grandkids over all at the same
Mhm.
time, and
Here's a nice question from Deanna Clark. Does Chris have any single friends for Deb? Ooh.
Yeah, single.
Yeah.
I don't know, Deb, you're pretty tied to
I
one
don't
person,
think Deb's
friendship
no.
otherwise.
I
Deb
got
is not
I have a
single.
friend that really is he's more of just a friend. But we travel together, we do happy hour together.
Hang out.
And Lisa's saying no.
Amy and I don't buy it.
Yeah.
But that's good. That's good to have someone like that in your life.
Yep.
You do have a great guy. You do
He
have
is a great guy. Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
know. Look at this graph.
I think we turned it on here.
I know, but you're
No.
trying to.
Oh, Amy's just infatuated with Chris. Look at them. Look at each other. Wow. You guys are still on like honeymoon stage?
Okay,
or
on that
something.
note.
Oh, God.
Bye. You do have
Thanks,
a good
Chris.
guy, Deb. A good
Thank
friend.
you. Thank you.
do.
Yeah.
You do.
And you have a great guy, Amy.
Yes.
We can't be happier for you than
Yep.
meeting Chris. Your life has
He'll do.
tenfold. I just
No, he's good. He's good.
we couldn't be happier for you.
We're good for each other. We're.
I
we're
think
really
you
good for
are.
each other. So
Yep.
Yeah.
that is good.
Very cool. Well, you know
Well,
what?
yeah.
I think I'm gonna give the code for the giveaway now because it's
Hey,
6:08. What
TikTok,
the
listen
heck?
up. Code for the giveaway. It is.
Yes.
Naveed will show it up because we do have a barcode. Is that what you say? But this is my cookbook.
QR code.
QR code. What did I say? A barcode? Oh, Lord above. That's my cookbook.
Okay. We're gonna give away 4 cookbooks, okay? And the
Hey,
way
hang on for
you
just a
can-
sec. Hey, Chris. Chris.
She does this to me every
Okay,
time.
sorry. No, I was going to say, we're going to a barbecue, and I just wanted to show, if we were going to a barbecue, guess what I was going to make from this lovely cookbook?
What?
No, but they want the
Caesar
code.
salad I made it in all regards to Chris.
What is it?
It's my potato salad, red potato salad.
Ooh. Ooh.
And I made it for him. So that's a lovely summertime recipe. So lots of good stuff you can make during the summer on
Nice.
this too.
Yep. Yep.
So,
Okay.
Sorry, Lisa, go on.
No. So if you don't win, please, by all means, go buy a cookbook. We would love to have you go to Amazon and purchase one. But we do have a chance now. One person from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok will have a chance to win if you type in Memorial Day. That is the code, Memorial Day. So now if everyone wants to type that in the audience, we're going to pick a lucky winner from each group, and we'll announce that here shortly. So we'll keep talking while everybody types in Memorial Day, and we'll announce your name if you're a lucky winner.
TikTok, I'm glad you guys heard that. Yes, the code is Memorial Day. Type it in, and we're going to pick one of you, someone from Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah, well, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So Instagram,
Yes.
Memorial Day. And to all of you guys, Memorial Day.
Yay, yay.
Because we're thinking about putting out another one because I have a lot more recipes. So, you know, if you guys like this one, another one's on its way.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so like, what are you doing for Memorial Day, Amy?
You know, I'm not sure what we're doing. You know, sometimes on these holidays, unless you plan in advance of what you're going to do or where you're going to go, it is it's kind of hectic. It's kind of you know, travel, stressful, the roads, flying, all this stuff. I'd rather just kind of hang out and just do family stuff, have a barbecue, friends. I think we're going over to a friend's house on Saturday.
Oh,
I might go over and see Jacob and Izzy tomorrow.
oh, that'd be nice.
See them, and Sunday I might go over and see Jaron Odd and family. Zach and Tori, I was just at their place this past weekend.
Nice.
I see them sometime next week. So, you know, and then
Places
I've got
to go.
Yeah. So Memorial Day to me is just kind of relax, hang out, and just really appreciate why we have this day. But it's just,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Unless
Yeah.
Chris and I plan something in advance. I love camping, but what are you guys doing?
Deb, what are you doing?
I'm just staying home. I took Sunday off and just relaxing.
Oh, then we've got to go do some. Let's
Yeah.
try and get a mimosa
Yeah.
somewhere.
Of
in the little
course.
village or take
Can
a little
we?
walk. Sorry,
Please.
Lisa.
Yeah. Lisa, we'll FaceTime you while we're there.
Yes, please do. And I'll
Oh,
join
that
you.
would be fun. That would be
Let's do it.
fun.
Oh,
Let's do it.
yeah, so I have
it.
Saturday,
How
Sunday, Monday off.
How about we could go to your house and do
Yeah.
like a short little brunch thing
And then
on
do
Sunday?
a walk with the dogs.
That, and we can FaceTime her or something like
Yeah.
that.
Please, that would be amazing.
Maybe we'll see about doing that Sunday. Let's play
Awesome.
that by ear.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome.
Sounds
I
good.
think that would be fun. We'll have a little mimosa.
Yep.
I'm going to make this new egg thing. Man, I saw
What?
this on what
egg thing?
YouTube or something like that. I really want to try this. This was like, what in the world? What an easy way. It was like an egg burrito made out of egg.
Ooh.
Oh,
No.
the tortilla was made out of egg?
Yes, the whole thing. It was
Ooh.
like an
Wow.
omelet rolled up to be a burrito or whatever.
Was it
And
cottage cheese and egg blended?
Nope.
Oh,
nope.
because I've seen that.
So I really want to make this thing. Maybe I'll do that and try and do that.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway.
Awesome.
Sounds good. Well, do we have our winners? I think we're
First of
still
all, I
going.
want to say, Deb, thank you. Anything else you want to say, Deb?
Nothing.
Because
No, I just enjoy this with you guys.
Good. Thanks for being on with us.
You're welcome.
Yes,
You know?
we really appreciate it. Okay, we
Yeah.
have our winners.
Well, before we do that, because everyone will tune out after we do this, most likely. I don't blame you. But thank you all for joining Lisa, myself, and our good friend Deb on this just kind of friendly, hopefully fun for y'all. Chit chat live and just, catch up and life and, stuff like that. And we'll do another one in June before I
Yeah,
head off to the Little People of America conference. Like, are you coming?
I'm working on it. I had a
Okay,
ticket
so
and I
you may
thought
not come.
no, I'm working on it. Just we'll talk. We'll talk after this.
It's okay if you don't want to come, Lisa.
I
I'm
want to
fine.
come. I had a ticket and it expired, so I'm in the process of trying to get it an exception to get it so I can use it. Because I was going to use a ticket that I had. But I want to
Well, hurry
go.
up.
I want
Then
to
we got to
go.
talk because, if you don't go, I may not go, which is fine.
Is
No,
that in June? Because I'm probably going to watch your doggy dog, and you got to let me know what day.
Yeah, Chris isn't coming, so I don't know if he's going to
Okay.
watch the dog. But
I should know by tomorrow latest about from American Airlines on the ticket.
okay.
So
Okay.
we'll be on it. We'll be on it.
Well,
That
we'll
was
talk
part of
tonight.
my.
I got to know.
I know.
Deb, maybe there might be a time in July when I'm gone in Michigan because he might be gone in Idaho.
Let me know the dates because I've got a couple things going on, but we can
Really?
talk about that. And if I'm
Really?
not here, my granddaughter's here to watch.
Excuse me, but you need to. I'm priority. On this.
What?
Hello.
AC and I are priority.
Didn't get
And then
in.
there's a time
Auntie Debbie,
in
Tammy said
September
she'll
after
watch
Labor
your
Day.
dog.
What?
Tammy said she'll watch your dog.
Oh, thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Tammy.
No, we got Daisy
Then there's
covered.
a time just after Labor Day when we go on a motorcycle trip to Colorado.
Yeah, give me the dates. Text me the dates on that.
Well, why don't you tell me your dates that you're not available? Text me those.
Okay. I will do that. And if I'm not, my granddaughter will be here watching my dog for me, my Ipa. So we can always have Daisy come here.
Oh, give me those dates that you're not available in July.
I will send
Okay, our winners are.
Okay, Naveed, drum roll. He will post them. Hi, Dan Bertoni. Glad Pittsburgh is listening. Woo!
We have Facebook, Julie Marquette. Facebook, Julie Marquette. YouTube, Jennifer Hayes. YouTube, Jennifer Hayes. IG, Simona Villalobos. Villalobos. Simona Villalobos. Is that how you would say it? Villalobos.
Maybe
I think
maybe
so.
Villa Lobos. Villa.
Villa? Yeah, Villalobos. And TikTok, this is all about you guys. Oh boy. Cynthia Barnhill on TikTok, Cynthia Barnhill.
Woohoo!
So if you guys have heard your name, you need to email we'll go over it. Facebook, Julie Marquette. YouTube, Jennifer Hayes. IG, Simona Villalobos. TikTok, Cynthia Barnhill. So if you guys have heard your names, you need to email arlittlecitchen@gmail.com. arlittlecitchen@gmail.com.
And if you didn't win, you can purchase Amy's cookbook, and we'll post that QR code up here in a second. Eat, Love, Gather. That's volume 1. We're working on volume 2 as well. So yes, get the set when both will be available. But for right now, go for the Eat, Love, Gather volume 1 cookbook. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you so much.
And I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. If you guys have any thoughts on my cookbook after you get it and make a recipe or something,
Yes.
lots of ways to make your own edits to the recipe as well. Just email arlittlecitchen@gmail.com.
Awesome. Someone wants to know if you ever look up recipes from Norway. Well, I think lefse is from Norway. We could do my family recipe lefse in your next cookbook which is delicious. I think that's Norwegian, Swedish Norwegian. That's my mom's side. So that would be cool from James.
I'm still trying to perfect my short bread cookies because that's a very English thing. My grandfather came from England. And then
Delish.
biscuits. I really want to do more at perfecting my biscuit. And what else? I
And
can't
Deb has her. What are we supposed to be? Coffee
Oh,
cake
the
for 2
coffee
years.
Coffee
For
cakes.
two-
We still need to do that.
For 2 years, we've been trying to do a holiday coffee cake. 2 years, people.
got-
Well, you know
When-
what? I think maybe we need to do it like on a day off in October
Yes,
instead of doing something over the holidays.
and make sure
Make
Lisa's
Make it
home.
ahead of time. I'm
Yeah, that
home.
way we can film it and then
Yes.
no, you cannot get my cookbook at Barnes and Noble. It's only available. The cookbook is only available on Amazon.
Amazon. Ooh, Karen made the tuna fish cakes last night.
Ooh.
That's
Really?
awesome.
Oh,
Yummy.
good. I'm glad you liked them. But Karen,
Ooh.
what version did you make? Mine or Chris?
Oh.
Oh.
I hope it was mine.
We both went, oh. Tammy asked if you ever make homemade potato chips
No, I
or
haven't.
homemade chips. Homemade chips.
Did you ever
Potato.
homemade chips? No, not potato chips. I have a hard time with frying. Frying
I
scares
do
me.
too. It does me too.
Frying
Someone
just scares me.
Someone asked earlier about a pressure cooker, and it's like that is the scariest thing growing up.
That
I
scares
couldn't
me.
even be in the kitchen when my mom used a pressure
Yeah.
cooker. She goes, "Get out of the kitchen; it could blow up." And I'm like, "Then why are we using the pressure cooker if it's
Yeah.
so dangerous?"
Yeah,
was
I
even
just
afraid of it.
haven't. I really haven't, gotten into all those gadgets like the air fryer, pressure cooker. What else? I've done the crock pot. Crock pots are, probably old school 70s thing. A lot of people live and die by an air fryer, but I don't know. It's just like more space
Yeah.
that you need to store all this stuff. And
Well,
I,
I'm gonna say I just bought. Well, we have an air fryer, and my favorite thing to cook in that right now is boneless prime rib.
wow,
Ooh.
I should have put
And
lipstick on. Ooh.
it takes less than an hour to fully cook, and it gets crispy on the outside. And you put fresh garlic and butter and herbs on it. And I've made it now like 4 times. It's
Nice.
so good,
Wow.
and it's all in one pot. Like
I love that.
yes, look up the recipe, air fryer
Huh.
prime rib recipe. Oh my god.
Oh, Clay asked me, do you like making macaroni and cheese? Absolutely love it. That is like to me the ultimate comfort food.
Signature
Macaroni and
dish.
cheese.
Yep.
I gotta make it. I gotta modify my macaroni and cheese and add like a little truffle to it.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Truffle.
Sprinkled with some crunchy, I don't know, bacon would work with that. But
That
anyway,
sounds good.
yeah.
So good.
And
So
I've
good.
perfected donuts and
Oh,
onions
have you?
in the fryer.
What?
Oh, fryer, yeah.
Yep.
I want
In
to
a
learn how to
regular
bake
fryer?
donuts. I bought a
Yes.
little donut pan that you can bake. I want to do baked.
I do frying. My grandson wanted donuts one time. We
Oh
perfected
yeah,
it.
that's right.
And then I did, he wanted onion rings. So we did that as well. And they both turned out amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not ready
Onion
to
rings.
So good.
Oh, it
Oh,
says Amy, I've made your type, but with salmon. I think salmon cakes, absolutely fabulous fish cakes as well, or tuna. I had tuna. Chris went out and bought a salmon, can of salmon, and so yeah, salmon. Or if you have like real salmon, that's even better. So yeah, fish
this
cakes.
is a great question. Who taught you how to cook? You taught yourself.
I would
right?
have to say a lot of it had to do with me, myself, and I. I mean, I definitely, watched my mom for a lot of years, but back in those days, a lot of packaged foods was greatly introduced and available at that time, and my mom worked. So, did I live on minute rice? Absolutely. Hamburger helper, tuna helper. We lived on meatloaf. A lot of that home cooking, and that's why I like to take some of those box recipes, like a many of home chefs or chefs do, and kind of make it, take that box element out of it and make it from scratch. I think that recipe that I made recently was homemade hamburger helper type of stuff. But no, I definitely watched her. But I started looking at cookbooks and 17 magazine when that was around.
Yeah, 17
Yeah,
magazine.
they always had a recipe in it, and I would always look forward to that recipe and try and make it, or I modify it. Like, well, if I don't have this, would it be okay if I added that? And stuff like that. So I would have to say it was, I cooked with what I knew during the packages stuff, but then I wanted to go much more than that. I fell in love with Little House on the Prairie. It's like, okay, how do you make
Oh,
it from scratch? Let's get real. So,
yes. Yes. So
yeah.
Caitlin's asking, do you make I think it's the mac and cheese with breadcrumbs or Ritz? Oh yeah, or Ritz crackers.
It depends on what I have on hand. If I do make it with breadcrumbs, I make it with panko because I think panko ends up being a little more crispier and crunchier as a topping instead of just regular breadcrumbs. But Ritz crackers works fine too. So yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Oh yeah, Alyssa uses breadcrumbs. Yeah, lots of fun. Lots of
We
fun
must
comments.
We must be hungry. It's like
I know.
6:30.
I'm getting hungry talking about the food.
I know. And I'm
Tammy's
gonna
asking,
go. Go on.
oh, Tammy's asking, if you could only make one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, man.
Mac and cheese.
Your meatloaf is the bomb.
Oh,
It's so funny. Maybe because I just mentioned that. I like comfort food. It could be that meatloaf and that mashed potatoes and those
yes.
green vegetables. But if you just want starchy stuff, it would have to be something with pasta or mac and cheese or
Mac and
something
cheese.
that thing.
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's so funny that I didn't mention a cookie, but anyway, I love cookies. Oh, love cookies.
Rhonda, Renita's asking, where is the Little People Conference this year?
The Little People Conference is in Baltimore, Maryland. So Baltimore, we're coming to invade your town. We're coming to invade your town.
We're coming.
Yes, we are. We are coming.
We are.
But anyway.
Okay.
Well, thank you again, everyone, for joining us. I so appreciate that. And I hope you'll join us again.
Yes.
Now that I don't work and if the time works out, we may do it every other week. It depends. How interested are you guys hearing from us? Wanting to hear from us? We definitely do it once a month, but every other week during the summer may be kind of fun. I don't know. Well, do you still do soup nights? You know what? COVID kind of destroyed soup nights.
Yeah, I'm kind of bummed about that.
Yeah, so many people went off and moved out and all this stuff, but I might bring it back maybe with a smaller group, maybe with just 4 to 6 people, and we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, that sounds good. And this one last, Diana says, Amy, would you, Deb, and Lisa do a cooking competition together? And you only had 10 minutes to make it and have 3 people to taste it and see who is the best cook. Oh,
well, I'd like to know what in the world could you make in 10 minutes? Get a bowl out. What kind of cereal do you want? Oh, I could do that.
Amy would destroy Deb and I because she is very competitive.
Exactly.
She would not let us win. I will tell you that right now. And probably she would win anyway because she is the best, I think, cook from the 3 of us. But Amy wouldn't let us win no matter what.
Or I should say, you better not win when it comes to no. But you guys are pretty good yourselves. I mean, you can outdo me as well.
I don't know. All right. Well, I think it's time to close.
Yeah, it is.
Again, thank you everyone for joining us. Remember to be kind, think kind, stay kind. And Amy, what do you always say?
Yep. And always remember that you're an MVP because you matter, you have value, and you have a purpose. So don't ever forget that. Thank you again. you all for joining us from all over. I so
Yes.
appreciate it. We have a ball. I also hope that you guys had a lot of fun just, listening and just being a part of it all as best we could get you guys involved.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Until next time.
Thanks,
Thank
Deb.
you.
You're welcome.
Thanks,
Bye,
Deb.
guys. Love
See you
you.
later.
Bye-bye.
Sweet shot.